Yeah, it's crazy. It's insane, to be honest. To win it once in 2018, you're just sort of saying this is incredible, lifelong dream sort of thing, like a childhood goal type thing. But to win it twice, it's just it caught me by surprise. I'm not going to lie. Look, Cillian was nominated, Kieran was nominated as well with me, and just to be nominated is such an honour. And I'd sort of written it off, to be honest. Cillian, obviously the year he had and the scoring he had done, and then Kieran with the year he had as well and playing in that more advanced position. And Kieran's been nominated with me in 2016, 2018 and 2020, and truth be told, Kieran's the type of player that I sort of compare myself to in training. He's the player I would set my standards off and benchmark, and look, when he's playing well, Dublin are playing well. It's that simple. But it's tough because I know how much Kieran deserves one. But look, I'm obviously delighted to pick it up, and just honoured and humbled, and just everything that comes along with that.
It feels absolutely fantastic. I was even looking back over the recent winners, and even over the last 30 years, and I suppose when you look at the list of names that have won the award, it's an absolutely brilliant, illustrious list to join, and it's a huge honour, and I'm absolutely delighted to join that list.
He had a fantastic year from start to finish. His tracking back, his work rate, his tackle count, his possessions, his shooting stats were off the charts. Just leadership, even that he offered at vital times in the game. He just found a good groove for himself in terms of his performance levels, and just stayed in that groove throughout the season.
A lot of the hard work has got me there, and you do need a lot of things to go for you. There has been so many phenomenal hurlers that have never won this award, so there is quite a big element of luck involved in this as well. So I know that is existing in the decision, but hugely grateful and hugely honoured.
Players will always tell you the winning of an All-Ireland medal is number one, but an All-Star is up there, and it's important to players, and I think it's something all players like to have on their CV, and you only get it if you've produced excellence in terms of your performances for your county, and it's throughout the year. One flash game won't get you an All-Star. You have to work to get it, and it's a very considered process, and it's taken in a very serious manner by all those involved in terms of the nominations and the selections, and I'd like to acknowledge the work of the journalists in putting it together, and the seriousness with which they take it, and the thoroughness and application they put into the process. So it's a very genuine, transparent process, and if you come out through it, you've done well.
The players are incredible, and they genuinely deserve so much credit. Obviously, we're celebrating the All-Stars. I congratulate all of the nominees and all the award winners on what is a fantastic accolade. And while I know they'll be all accepting the awards on behalf of their respective teams and their clubs, it is a moment to reflect on what is a fantastic individual accolade. So congratulations to all of them. It was very different and testing conditions as well as everything else that was put into it, but in the hurling, for instance, the quality was top notch in very difficult weather situations, and the football also. And I just think that that's just a show of the evolution of our game. It shows the skill levels, the fitness levels, the tactical prowess.
It'll just be great to get back playing games, and that's the truth of it. I haven't thought of, I'm not giving you a political answer here, I haven't thought of 7 or whatever, but just looking forward to, you're enjoying the rest period, and there's nothing else going on, so you're just going through the motions. But the longer it goes on, you're sort of saying, right, I'm itching here, and I'm doing my 5Ks and I'm ready to go. But to get back playing, I think will be fantastic, whether it's league or championship, whatever it is, and run it off. And look, when the time comes, that voice in your head, that competitor always comes to the top and is driving you and pushing you and everything. So we'll compete for sure. We'll try our best. A lot of it is down to luck. As successful as we've been, injuries, that whole thing. I've been very fortunate. Haven't had too many serious injuries over the years to keep me out of action. But if all of that aligns, hopefully we'll be successful again.
We never base ourselves off previous teams, or we never base ourselves off any team. We always just challenge ourselves. It's internal motivation that we have. Every game we play, we try and improve on our performance from the last day. And it's tough, but you don't want to look too far. You don't want to look too far forward into the future, because that's where all the pitfalls start happening. You just got to stay focused. You got to keep working hard. I suppose, like any team that wins the All-Ireland, they're the team to beat. And it was the same last year with Tipperary. They were the All-Ireland champions, and we played them in the Munster semi-final. And that laid down the marker that day that we were after beating the All-Ireland champions. So it's just similar to any team that wins the All-Ireland. teams will be setting out to beat us, in next year. But we know that we were there before, and obviously we weren't successful in 2019. We didn't get to where we wanted to get, and as I said, I can't wait to get back training. Can't wait to get back training because that's where all the hard work is done, and that's where the hay gets put in the barn for those championship games.